Well, welcome along, folks, and what a magnificent day we've got down here at Payneham Norwood Oval for the big Adelaide Football League Division 1 round game, and it is between Payneham Norwood Union versus Broadview. My name is Tony Neal, and joining me today is the magnificent Vince Cosmo. How are we, Vince?
Suntan, how are you going, my friend?
Well, just back from Bali, mate, but it is absolutely sensational, and well, the coin toss, Vince, you kept an eye on things. What's happening for the viewers out there?
So Cooper O'Leary won the toss for Broadview, kicking to the left of your screen, which I think it's the eastern side of the ground.
Where the trees are.
Yeah, well...
And not the big shed.
That's probably not... Yeah, well, that's right, the shed's over there.
Yeah.
So Payneham are going to the scoreboard end. How about we say that?
And there is the new scoreboard. And talking about the scores, Vince, the B grade?
Yeah, so comfortable win by about 10 goals to the visitors here. The Tigers 13-7-85 defeated the Falcons 3-4-22.
But some good, what we call green sprouts. There were some really good young players coming through. A lad took a magnificent one-hander down here. He looked like he was about 12 years old, straight off the school bus. But some good signs for both teams as they move into position. Very quickly for the viewers out there, Vince says, I can feel no breeze. What's the weather today?
Yeah, so beautiful 19 degrees, no breeze, basically no clouds in the sky. Perfect seeing day for football. And hoping that we actually get a high-scoring game. Both these sides have struggled, but they have struggled defensively. So
yes, well, 9th versus 10th, but really looking forward. As I said, I've been looking forward to this game all week. Someone has to win it. One thing I did do, I spoke to both coaches pre-game, and I mentioned Broadview. You look at their body language, hands on hips and their heads and everything. Not once have they give for Payneham Norwood Union. I had a look at him walking around. Nick Kelly,
yeah.
He is a giant as that first ball just goes up and down on the spot. And Vince, you'll be, of course, keeping an eye on the balls out of the middle as we see Payneham have gone forward. You wouldn't say it's an effective way forward at this point. And there's a nice little chip kick out. And this is just a little kick across Caleb Jones. Now they go into the forward line. Leading out the Payneham Norwood player, and it bounces perfectly for him.
Oh, no, the kick's a bit of a shocker, though. And that's just bounced over in front of Matty Nunn.
Set play.
Yep, so co-captain Mac Haynes has got the ball right in front of us here.
Tyrone Hill, mate. He's really
Tyrone Hill, sorry.
He's
Tyrone
one to
Hill,
watch
yep.
too.
North Adelaide Junior and ex-Gazer Junior as well. So now they've got the chance to get the ball forward. So the kick comes in there from Langley. So Langley's kick is deep, and it's going to be just probably a bit too close. And punched over for the first score of the game.
Keep an eye on Langley. He's a really good size. He's a great athlete, and he's one of these, if they can get him to lead up to the ball, he can take a lot of grabs. I saw him a couple of weeks back in a side that got done by 90 points against Port District, of course, but gee, he can lead up and take a grab, and he's a really good size. So there's some good little battles out here as Carlin just runs in now. He's going to put his body in. That makes it very hard for the ruckman to get around. Ooh. Is that a one-handed handball?
I'm not
or
sure.
Have you got an ingrown toenail, Vince? But I did hear the ooh. And wrestling in there is Matthew Altamare. I think you also had a bit of an idea on a few of the new ones in this week. So they're chopping and changing the players, and so he's going to get caught out, Carlin. Well,
gets the free kick. He has got the free kick. So
let's have a look. He's outside 50.
So, yep, decides to go to the left forward pocket. Kick goes inside 50, punch from behind. First one there is going to be Giannini. So the kick comes down the wing there. Now it's looking there for Viney. Viney, one of the 4-ins this week. Good pick-up from Altamare. Another one of the 4-ins this week. But his handball's intercepted, and they're going to get a free kick.
Yeah,
so no opportunity there for Costa, who is another in this week. So a lot of the players in this week all involved in that passage of play. But just forward to centre, just on centre wing. Okay, kick's going to come down right in front of us towards half forward. So these are the deepest two players at the moment. Anyang just at the back there, didn't get involved in that contest. Picked up by Toby Kay. It's a bit of a scrubber kick. Oh, gee, PJ Carlin there led with the upper part of the arm. Nothing doing there, went out of bounds, and Giannini's got it again.
So Anthony Giannini on that wing, the 45-degree short kick. In it comes Matthew Nunn. Knows his way around a footy oval. Kicks it, and he takes off immediately, and that's a good battle. He's got Tyron Hill on him too. So there's Nunn just on the left of him screaming for the handball. Didn't receive it. The big ruckman. Let's have a look at this forward 50 entry. Oh, a player just swung around. Surely Viney absolutely slung his player off him and has taken the mark out in front. Harrison Viney, and has got away with something there, I'd suggest. And I'm going to talk about this through the game with yourself, Vince, how these forward 50 entries look and what's happening. And there you see the bomb, the mark by Viney, and someone to finish off. So let's see, Viney just wanders in, happy with it. They get around him. And nice goal to Harrison Viney. Used the big body just to shrug the opponent off. Got away with it. So they're on the board, Payneham Norwood Union. Early in this first quarter, that magnificent scoreboard over there. Of course, we have the sponsor is the Kairon Haikitsu scoreboard. Hello, yes is the slogan. I'm not saying hello, yes to you all day long, Vince, but it is hello, yes.
Yes, and hello to you too. So 4 minutes in, opening goal, the game goes to Viney.
30-year reunion today for the Payneham Norwood Union Football Club, where they actually combined and became Payneham Norwood Union Falcons, as they're known as.
So up they go. Kelly got a fingernail on that one, I reckon. Ball on the ground. Carlin goes in. Leaves it behind. Here's Hill. Had a bright start. Good handball over there to Jackson Wilson. He's been a prominent player for them this year so far. Bit of a scrubber kick out to the wing. Or caught in the tackle there. I think that was Hart Kelly. But they have managed to get the ball inside forward 50. They got an opportunity here to take the mark. Is that going to be paid? I think it will. O'Leary with the kick. Certainly their best player so far this year and captain. Darts into the pocket, numbers there with the Falcons. Long handball comes out. 1-2 there now with Wagner. Wagner gets the ball out towards centre wing. Pardon me, McKenzie. Over to Sanzo. Spins around, loses it. And back inside 50.
And it is, yeah. So battle of the forwards, you see that nice kick come in. Just bobbling around there in that pocket. Out wide player on the angle, just blazes across and through for the second to Broadview. And interestingly, as I said, you've got really the big fella in Langley at one end who can take a mark, and obviously at the other end, Harrison Viney. So a bit of the old-fashioned shootout. That ball bounces well for El Tamara. He's out on that wing, and I tell you what, he's got a dash of pace too. He's around one, he's around two. He's going to be caught,
he's gone.
And that is what I was talking about with Broadview. They do not give up, and that player was ran around, followed up, and it looks like it could be Tyrone Hill. We'll just have a look. No, it's actually Cobe Wilson in the blue boots. Nice kick out. This looks like Langley now. Just on that wing, gee, is that the required distance? Drop ball. Anyone's ball on that far wing. They handball backwards to go forward.
Yep.
Here's one of their big players, Ben Manning, as well.
Good
The
kick
vice
by
captain.
Manning.
I really like watching him play, and he can watch out if he gets going on a day like this. He can get up high. And well, the 15 umpires call for it, and Payneham Norwood Union on the wing.
So far wing.
Look at the crowd there in the background too.
6-2. 6-2 at the moment. Goes in towards 450. Good darting kick. Good mark. Taken there by Wagner. Spins around, looking for Viney, and it's gone a bit too wide. It's hit the scoreboard. So that means that it's going to be handed over by Viney, and Broadview with a chance to clear.
It's got a vested interest in the half-back line for Broadview. There's a young player out there, Jai Hart Kelly, playing his second game. He's come back from a few injuries, but outstanding pedigree. I know his father, Dave, very well. Played with him at Ingle Farm, and Dave, fantastic, him and his family, fantastic family, and great to see them down here supporting young Jai out here as he's making his way through senior football. So we wish the young man all the best, and Dave and his family to have a great day watching the young grandson go around. He's number 16.
Half forward, right. Carlin in front, taps it down. Sharp 12, that might have been Manning there that's got the ball forward. Let's go. It's gone up deep into the forward line. Ball from behind. Over in the forward pocket, Hewson, one of the ins this week. The handball then comes out, goes towards the wing. Couldn't quite take the mark there. Crawford Sanderson chasing after, out number 2-1. What can he do? Good tackle applied. He's done well there, the young man.
That was clever, Vince, because you can just fall into his back, but he held his own body weight up and fell over the top of Will Scadden. Wasn't able to get away with Scadden just on his own here in this pack. A lot of Falcons to the left of screen.
Clean, beautiful tap down by Kelly. Straight to Matty Nunn. Feeds off the handball, gets it back in the 1-2. He's going to pop it into the centre. Good kick. Smart play, smart player.
Yeah, he's that guy that can distribute the ball. He'll probably get it back here. He does too. And let's just have a look at what Matty Nunn, the distributor, will call him today, does with it. Just steps off 1 foot. Probably won't run on here. And this is Brad McKenzie. Gee, puts that pinpoint in. Chol Anyang comes out. So they're going out wide here, Payneham Norwood Union. Long way home there for Grant Catalano, who was down giving a handball out in the back pocket a minute ago. So he could be the swing man. Over the top, high kick.
Yeah, smart kick by O'Leary.
Hill again.
Hill again.
Him and Nunn. Good battle.
So he's doing well. Kelly manning the mark. Hill's kick, and then he's coming off for a bit of a breather. Good kick, good mark. Taken by Langley. Langley started well.
Yep.
Ball comes in on the bounce into the forward line. One-on-one's there. Handball now comes over to McKenzie. McKenzie's going to go laterally across to Sanzo. So Sanzo, another important player. Decides to go further wide. Ball's going to bounce. Actually going to stop there in front of Sparkle, but does well. Gets it up. Now to Sam Morris. Feeds off the handball again. Now McKenzie. McKenzie goes inside forward 50 again. Looking for Wagner. Gee, he's had a good season, Wagner, so far this year.
Great grab, wasn't it?
Yeah, good strong grab.
Just interesting, McKenzie playing up the ground a little bit more today. They're trying to get a little bit more out of him, feeding into the forwards. And the other one, Langley, who took that grab down here earlier, was on the wing earlier as well. He's almost kicking it into where he needs to be, if you can make sense of that. So it's happening at both ends. So
in he comes. On that trusty left, going across the face, and just through for a minor score. So 1-1-7 plays 2 behinds after 10 minutes in the first quarter. Magnificent day. We talked about this. Is it the flood? Is it the press? We can see a lot of jumpers in around this 50. So let's just see what this kick out. So he is out wide here, PJ Carlin, and he's looked down the ground, throwing the arms out as if to say, geez, we had space behind us here. So he wasn't too happy with that, and he's actually just turned back to the coach's box there as that second ball comes in. This time he's a bit closer. This is Harrison Viney. So Carlin, yeah, just a little bit concerned with the structures there. He's going to walk down here into the goal square, but Viney will have no problems with this distance at all. He's going to line up for his second. Could be a battle of the forwards today, and it could be the start that they need, Payneham. For them to look up at that scoreboard and see that they're in front in a game is very heartening as Viney comes in, pops it up quite high over the goal umpire's head. The crowd in the stand here tells us what's happened. That is a 6-pointer if ever we've seen it, and Harrison Viney proving elusive and nice kicking into the forward line, Vince. I was going to talk about the skills of the two bottom teams, but at the moment, pretty good skills, I'd suggest. Yeah, so game high 11, and the difference here is they're hitting their targets. Yeah. The kicks seem to be going one-on-ones, going down left of screen for the Tigers, but it helps as well when you get guys like Wagner, etc., taking good marks out in front, but the distribution's been much better. And interesting move to have Anyang playing in the back line, not in the ruck, and going with Carlin in the ruck and not being forward. So another clearance here. This time it was Giannini to McKenzie, and the ball's inside 50. And I tell you, this is probably the biggest din of the day so far, because he's going for his third in the first quarter. So how they would be glad to see him back in that forward line. And old Joel Anyang so far is having a difficult time of it. And well, by the time I finish this name, we will have kicked it. But coming on off the interchange, Theo Dorakopoulos has come on. We might just call Theo today. Theo. Viney. What's he done, Vince? He's got a hat-trick. That's 3 in 12 minutes and two in a minute for Harrison Viney. And no breeze to speak of, and Falcons have certainly started very well. 17 points, new game high lead.
And, of course, Payneham Norwood Union, we send our best wishes out to Tommy Javor, very good friend of us all here, just going through a few little health issues at the moment, and he is a life member, I believe, down here. But when you talk with Tommy about Division 1 footy, he says, you know, Tony, he said there's not a lot of difference between the teams in Division 1. And he is correct. And you look at the skill standard going along out there today, you wouldn't think this is 9th versus 10th. As, well, they're going to go forward here through Nicholas Kelly of Broadview. Nice kick in. Pack flies. Hits the ground. That was in front of Joshua Byrne. This is where you want to win it. That 50-50 on the 50-metre line. Oh, gee, coming in and just scooping that up. Tyler Sparkle tries to get it forward. Can't quite. Just outside the 50 here for Broadview. Look at that magnificent crowd in the background as well. This way, that way. He's getting a bit of it too, Brad McKenzie. Nice. Good recovery with Corson Sanderson. Oh, and I tell you what, Will Scadden's just done a hammy out there on the far side. He's really limping, trying to get off from that far wing. So they're going to be down one for a couple of moments here. Oh, a little inside-out kick. 2-on-1. Bang goes the big golden fist. Oh, talking about going bang. Raised the arm and out the arm and got away with
the
it.
free kick there.
Yeah, it did go the way of Payneham there. Comes across now, and this is Grant Catalano.
So Catalano right in front of us here. Just forward of the centre wing, decides to honour the lead, and it's a good mark. Again, good strong mark, gee whiz, Wagner. He'd be probably leading their best and fairest, I'd suggest, at this stage. It kicks a bit of a shocker, though. Anyang goes with a quick handball. String of handballs has done well. Now the kick's going to come out towards the centre wing. Go again to a 1-on-1. Now O'Leary makes it a 2-on-1, but he's done well there, Houston. He's done very well. Giannini tackled by Hill. Both those players very prominent in the first quarter. And umpire says, I'll have it.
Hill on his own, just on the inside. Now he gets picked up. There's some good little battles going on here. Goes towards Hill there, because stepping in front there was Brad
and he gets
McKenzie.
the free kick.
Tried to give it out. Where's the prior is the call from the stands. And Tyrone Hill just looks inboard now. He's on the wing. Players come towards him, then back. Now come towards him again. Gee, that's a big pack of Magpie or Falcons there. Comes back. Hill's going to rack it up. Bounces almost off his knee. Elects to go sideways, and why wouldn't you? Nicholas Kelly was on the mark, and he's about 6'8", so he had to go sideways to get it over him. Nice left foot placed kick. Very well done. Cobe Wilson, good runner, gives a handball across. Flanagan, out wide. So a little pattern of play, and I talked about this, Vince, pre-game. Yep. Can they put 3 or 4 possessions together? They haven't been able to do it in the last few games I've seen, but now they can. And this is what will happen. They'll get scoring opportunities, probably a little bit far out. Joshua Byrne, I reckon. It is, number 8. Jack Rewald, Michael Roach, of course, has been in the Tiger colours. And over the top it goes.
That's the second time that the kick's gone too deep, and it's been an easy punch through for a behind. So, you know, if you're not going to make the distance, you've got to make sure you put it about at the top of the square, so you've got 10 or 15 metres out, and then it becomes a dangerous kick. That's an easy out for the defence. And
our magnificent sponsors, Filming Footy, Sports Interactive, Classic Clashes, custom by ORTC, and of course that prize this year, the High Five e-bikes. Fantastic they are, Vince. Another ball up, so I may as well finish them off. Jag Meatworks, Kimberley Resorts, Farmers Leap, and of course today our best on ground gets the Archies and also the $50 pub voucher.
So, ball just is outside 50. Oh, excellent pick up by Giannini. And how good was that handball to Matthew Nunn? Ball then comes inside. Kick goes forward to a 1-on-1. Good punch and spoil from behind. Oh, caught there was Jackson Hames, and he's given away the hold of the ball. So it's in the forward line. Bauer couldn't quite take the mark. Under pressure, the kick comes out, but it's going to be turned over here. And Catalano's got it, decides to go short. And Charles just maybe caught in his opponent a bit high in that marking contest. So it's going to be another shot for goal. This one for Altamare. No, it's 6. Sorry, it's Sam Morris. So Morris has got it.
He's got grey boots on. Silver, Vince.
Yeah.
Look at that. Well, he hasn't cleaned them for 2 years, one of the two. Oh, they are silver. Magnificent.
So Morris now going to be kicking from around about 45. Directly in front. Looking for their 4th goal. It's not a bad leg. It's going to get the distance, but it's going to be offline, and that does not trouble the scorers. So it remains 19-3 here. 16-point margin.
Righto, let's have a look. Oh, that short kick in. Chol and Yang. Just goes back. Surveys the area. He's normally got a pretty good kick on him. Just goes out to the right. So they haven't really gone forward from the boundary line, 5 metres if you're lucky. That kick now, wide and hits the tree.
So
welcome to Division 1 footy.
That'll be turned over.
Payneham Norwood Union now. Come inside their 50, their forward 50 entries. There's been a lot. Have a look at that. That is Harrison Viney.
Wow, Viney.
And that could be a contender for our Mark of the Week, brought to you by Born to Build. And our Mark of the Year is brought to you by Moonlight Suites by Kimberley Resorts. The winner receives 3 nights accommodation in Broome. And that, Vince, surely has to be a contender. Jot it down. That'll be going on.
I have done that. Quarter 1, 19 minutes.
Viney.
Deserves a goal.
And he's got 4. He has got 4. And that is a huge contender for our Mark of the Week, brought to you by Born to Build.
Well, just give him the Archies right now, Tony. We might as well. It's game over. And in terms of who's going to win today, because 4 out of 4, and my word. What size do you reckon? They've probably got pretty big boots, I reckon. Maybe about 12. 11s and 12s, thank you.
Might not go too early, you just don't know. Looks like Carlin's now gone out of the ruck.
Yeah. He's gone down to full forward.
Maybe Langley? Yeah, so they're switching them around. Looks like could be Langley. Although, just wait for him to turn around. It is. Just puts a little smother in there, but Payneham Norwood Union go forward through Nicholas Kelly. Wow, gee, crash, bang, look at Viney. Wasn't Viney there, actually. Wagner runs towards it. They're out again here. And, gee, O'Leary, does he cover some ground?
Yeah.
He says, come towards me. Pops it up. We're going to find out who number 22 is at quarter time. He's a left footer and he's popped it across. And
well done by Matty Nunn there.
Yep, and that brings the crowd alive down here at Payneham Norwood Union. 30 years. 30 years they've been going. And number 21 out the back here, Patrick Sanzo, all on his own, can float past the back of this pack if need be. Yeah, free kick here. Just put the body into place. They line up. Houston it is. Neat little kick. Oh, just down low, but that was well taken. This way, that way, you'll get past one. You won't get past two, Joseph Kristanzik. So, free kick to be taken here. Tyler McKenzie. Just surveying. Oh, just the licks to go high and long down this wing. Couldn't quite. That's what Langley can do, though. Now he has to go back, take the wing. One of my little pet hates, who's behind the ruck. You see, they have got a free back here. They've set this up well. Patrick Sanzo's the free.
Yep.
Or Isaac Houston, whichever one. Sanzo can come into the back of this. He won't. Now he will. There he is. That's what he's back there for. Goes backwards, gets it back to Houston. So they're teaming up quite well. A little set play there, Vince, and you spot these things as an ex-coach and you go, well, that's standing out a little bit there. Someone needs to pick them up. This way, that way. Manning. Oh, he elects to really go long. Made it hard for Anyang. Caught behind. Ground ball, and it is a fairly significant ground ball because you can see the cricket pitch out there, Vince. It's pretty rock hard on daylight.
Rock hard, and interesting it's holding up well because we're at the start of June. Imminent now, so very little rain, which means that the ground's still in magnificent condition.
And I think the gentleman just next to us said he's going to get a beer, so that's good of him, Vince.
Yeah, thank you. Well,
I'll have whatever comes, thanks.
Yep, no, I'm not impartial when it's free. So here's O'Leary on the wing. Goes with a short pass, excellent punch.
Too
Is
high?
that
Yeah,
it was too high, the hand over, but it was a good punch from behind, though. But here's Burns, so Burns got it.
He's given a bit up forward. I haven't seen a lot of Burn this year, but gee, he looks a likely character. If Langley can't get it, he maybe can. And where's CJ Carlin down the goal
Here he
square?
comes. He's just led now. It's gone over his head. So good take at the back there. I think that might have been Morris. So going to have a ball up. Dangerous position here. There's opportunity for the Tigers to get a major on the board.
Let's just see how Payneham...
Up it goes. Carlin gets it down. Pack forms. That's going nowhere. Manning, one of the two tacklers there. And we'll have another ball up. Probably come out to about 20 metres out now. Carlin gets one hand on it again. There's a quick snap, but it's missed again. And this has been the problem for Broadview this year. So their kicking for goal has been rather average. In fact, only the one time at Harper's Field they kicked 12 goals 10 is the only time they've kicked more goals than behinds. And in fact, that's the only time they've kicked over 10 goals. So
that was a long raking kick out by the fullback, which takes 2 kicks to get back. Dangerous position here. Player standing by. There's a man with a mullet there, Jackson Hames. He's my cult hero for the day, I think. Beautiful mullet there. I'm envious of that. Just getting up there, Joshua Costa at the back.
I'm envious of anyone with any hair, but that's that's another story.
As that ball goes up, Carlin, he taps towards the boundary. Manning getting after it. Players held in there. All tight. Play on is the call by the umpire. None. Down low, trying to do his best work. Can't quite. The man with the hot dog next to you, Vince, so have a bite while he's watching the game as well.
That's a good idea.
And here comes the 240 coming in from Perth, I'd suggest, over the top as Carlin. Can't quite get it done. Gee, it's close to that boundary line. A lot of work being done. This is where we'll see. So Carlin's come up to this now, and you can just see sprinting past now is James Langley.
So right half forward for Broadview. They probably had control for the last few minutes, but they haven't been able to put any scoreboard pressure on. And they won't in the first quarter. That is quarter time. And, well, that's the Harrison Viney show here at Payneham Oval. There's 4 goals have been kicked, and they're being kicked all by the number 25 for Payneham. There's 4-1-25 they are. 4 behind. So we're going to go to a quick message from our partners, and we'll be back for the second quarter. So quarter time here at Payneham. It's Harrison Viney 4 goals and Broadview yet to register a major 4-1-25 Payneham North Union to 4 behinds for the Broadview Tigers. Of course, both these teams yet to register their first win for the season. So someone will break their duck and get their season started. Up it goes. Carlin probably gets the best of that. Hill very, very busy in the first quarter. Beautifully tackled by Matty Nunn. Good battle that's been so far. Up it goes again. Kelly probably gets the best of that. Goes off the ground. Ends up now with KB Wilson. Goes for the kick inside 50. Well cut off though. Beaten to at that time, Jackson Hames.
Interested to see what happens around those 50-metre arcs. It was one of the notes we were going to keep an eye on today, but at the moment it's Payneham Norwood Union getting through those arcs and scoring freely. And it is still 5 scoring shots to 4, as you said, Vince. Broadview's worst enemy is themselves at the moment. They just can't get that score. They're trying to kick the long goals and they're just getting punched through and so on as they come forward now. Payneham, nice long raking kick in, and Anyang just stands still, but he's given away the free kick. 2 umpires out here, Michael Raymond and Andrew Crosby. Only the 2 umpires today, so that was Michael Raymond. And going back to have a look at a goal here.
This man hasn't missed yet. He's got 4.
Is it Viney? It is Viney. So he's going to wander in from 50, but with his confidence up, no wind behind him. It's a strong kick, just strays to the right. Carlin goes up. Anyone's ball in the square. They're all trying to get a foot to it. But still play on. Out the back.
I think they eventually did.
Boy, oh boy. Number 6, Pele Samuel Morris. And it's been given a goal. I'll tell you what, that'll be one to go back and watch on between the posts because, they popped it in, dangerous position. There was about 10 feet that went at that ball, Vince.
Yep.
And eventually, Samuel Morris says, this is how you do it. Watch Pele, bang. There wasn't too many hands there to that ball at the
No, there's a lot of feet and not too many hands. But
and that is on the Kieran Hayo Ketsu scoreboard. Hello, yes. And 5 goals, 131 to 4 points, 2 minutes in to the second quarter in a very entertaining game of football. Broadview, they need to get a wiggle on.
Kelly gets it up once again. The handball comes up. Hill being very busy, probably the leading possession winner on the ground at the moment. Goes wide, gives a kick that looked like it went to O'Leary. Good spoil though. And once again, chain of handballs. Oh, good play there from Payneham to get the ball out wide. And how good was that kick there from McKenzie? So it goes out to the wing, but a good spoil from behind. That was by Wilson. And eventually the ball's over the boundary line. Umpire's going to come in, ball it up centre wing. But love that string of handballs to run that ball out of defence by the Falcons.
Yeah, one of the notes, as I said, pre-game, was who will get the 2, 3, 4 possessions in a row now as a team, because both of these teams have not won a game yet. And that's probably one of the things they can't get a coast to coast. They can put 2 possessions and maybe 3 together, but they can't get a good run on. And today's the opportunity where they can string together and the coaches can really look at their game plans and go, well, gee, this is what's working. One of the ones is, do they run and carry through the middle, which is Payneham Norwood Union at the moment, or do they just kick long? And that's Mac Haynes with a high kick in. Oh, Anyang says, get out of my way, I'm coming through. This is Marco Rossman, puts it back inside 50, but I'll tell you what, there's 1 on to 4, and they're going to clear quite easily, Payneham Norwood Union.
So, centre wing. Daddy Longlegs Kelly gets it into the forward line, just inside 50. Just can't quite pick the ball up there. Might have been in the back, umpire. He's crossed his arms.
Quick one, Vince. I think on top is Nicholas Kelly around the ground. I'm looking at Carlin, so he's just come in now, but he was already a kick behind the play, so he's playing defensively before they even get going. So I'm interested in how you've seen the Battle of the Ruck, but from my end, I think Kelly on top.
Kelly on top, but Broadview getting their fair share of clearances. So let's have a look how this one goes. Carlin, Kelly. Ooh. Carlin goes with the thump and is actually going to get the free kick. Kelly was behind.
They're going to spread? They don't really, do they?
Oh, kicks to a dangerous 2-on-1 again. It's going to be coughed up. Handball's going to come wide. Here to Sanzo. Sanzo's kicking towards half forward. Goes over both Viney and Anyang. Goes towards bouncing out. Is going to be just touched before it goes over the line. So umpire will come in right near the intersection of the 50 and the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. So in it comes. Carlin assumes front spot. Behind Kelly, I reckon, gets a hand on it. Does well. Matty Nunn kicks around his body. The true centre-half forward. Can they get him up? No, punch from behind. Ball down the front. Good handball there to Roberts. His handball really going nowhere. Hill's got it. Tackled immediately. Good tackle. Comes back in there, Roberts. Handball goes wide. Santo, he goes wider again. Small kick in there from Bow. Back to centre-half forward. This time, the kick to true centre-half forward does work out.
Matty Nunn just getting up slowly. A bit ginger and after that tackle. You'll see him just come into the left of screen here. But just feeling that a little bit is Matty Nunn. But just interested in there, Vince, the amount of Payneham Norwood Union players that were facing away from the goals. So when they were receiving, we saw that Nunn kick come in. Yep. Had to turn around. It happened a few times, but, well, here they are.
That time it worked. The kick to centre-half forward, more of a darting kick. So Wagner directly in front, 40 metres out. Umpire's drifting, then he's drifting back. And up go two arms. And Payneham, where has this been?
Yeah, good accuracy. 6 goals already in the first half. And now only 8 minutes into the second quarter. So you talked about scoring shots earlier on, Vince, in the last few games. Payneham Norwood's last 3 games, they've lost by 38, 9 and 81. Tom Wagner has been best 5 times and kicked 11 goals. Well, he's just got his 12th. And you look at Broadview, they come in with a better loss ratio, 16, 28 and 15. Cooper O'Leary's been their best just about in every game, and he's kicked 5 or 6 goals as well. So interesting times, a bit of music arcing up behind us, of course, the 30-year reunion.
Lovely tap, tap from Kelly down to Nunn there.
Nice little kick out.
Wagner couldn't quite get it that time.
Take over the back. So Broadview this way, that way. Are they going to get an inside 50? Gee, went down, put his head down there, Brad McKenzie. Did well. It is an inside 50. Comes back to the players. Just nursed that ball forward ever so delicately. And he's got another one, Wagner. He did take a couple of marks in that first quarter. Didn't quite finish with them, but starting to get his kicking feet on. And himself and Harrison Viney look like they're going to be sharing the goal-kicking duties today, Vince.
Well, I'll tell you what, if this is his quarter, Tommy Wagner, similar to the first quarter, they might get 1 thong each. But
so it is Wagner now.
At least he'll get his on the left and Viney will get his on the right.
That's correct, as he wanders in on that left boot.
Umpire doesn't
runs to the left, but the kick goes straight, so he's got his second. He's starting to light it up, and, well, Broadview, I said earlier they need to get a wriggle on, and I'm not sure what they can do. I'll just have a little bit of a scout around and see where Ben Manning is, because he's normally the one that flies down back, but if they keep it away from him, and I think what they are doing, Payneham, is they're hitting targets, Vince, inside their 50.
Yeah, so, and their forwards are marking inside 50, and
last 2 goals there, Wagner. You saw the 4 from Viney. Of course, the single one, Samuel Morris, was the soccer off the ground, but 9 times out of 10 they're hitting targets.
Their key forwards doing well. Kelly gets it down again. Which way is this one going to go? It's actually taken by Carlin. That's got to be holding the ball, umpire. Excellent tackle. And this man here, showing all his class in this second quarter. He's really having an influential second quarter. Kick goes up again. And there's another good mark.
Viney again.
That's Viney again. Wow. Or is it? No, it's, I reckon it's, turn around.
He did, he turned. He went the other way. There you are.
There you go. It's Mackenzie Bauer. Mackenzie Bauer.
A good strong pack mark, wasn't it?
And another tall forward.
Matty Nunn just coming off for a well-earned rest and good timing with this.
Another tall forward taking another good strong mark. So Bauer, it's going to be...
could open up here, Vince.
Umpire not moving again, and it's becoming a rout. 49-4. When has that happened?
Well, Mackenzie Bauer gets his first, so if Harrison Viney doesn't get you, it's not a one-trick pony now, the forward line. If he doesn't get you, Wagner will, and if he doesn't, Mackenzie Bauer, if he can take marks like that, gee, that is a towering pack mark. It's what you come to the footy to see. So they're sending, this is interesting, so Langley and PJ Carlin were changing in the forward line. Langley has now gone back into the back line. He's on Brad McKenzie. So they swung a change. He's down in the back line here. Interesting, the old right-hand forward goes to that 45 degrees. So if you're looking at a clock, it goes to about 11 o'clock. And that's what PNU did that time. And Mackenzie Bauer's in the ruck. So if it's a right-handed hit, it should go straight to Tyron Hill this time. And PJ Carlin's run in on a different angle. So he's hit it to the other end. That is Manning over the top of it, couldn't take it, coming off half forward, or a player taking the ground. A lot of players around the ball, and that's a sling
I think
tackle.
it was high on Flanagan, is it?
Yeah, that sling tackle, the way he brought him to ground.
Yep.
And Callum Flanagan will get a very rare inside 50. Manning glides past.
Okay, there's the kick inside 450. Can they take a mark? Well, someone's taken a mark, and it's actually going to pay There's umpires pointing the other way. It's going to be a free kick here to Angus Ralph. So, must have been held out of that contest.
It was interesting because it looked a straightforward mark to the Payneham play. There wasn't a lot around him, but obviously things going on in the background.
That's right. So Ralph, in he comes. Got to be a goal here. There's just no other option. 25 out, basically directly in front.
Oh, no.
And he has drifted to the far side. So they can't just buy a trick at the moment, the Tigers. Out it comes.
Gee, haven't they accelerated Payneham? You know, 4-1 in the first quarter, and it's already at 8 goals won and accurate kicking as well.
Yeah, Matty Nye decides to go down the outer side. Over to the wing. Is it going to go out of bounds? And it's last touch, so Broadview. With an opportunity to push up towards their forward 50 once again. But they must get some reward for these inside 50. So it's going to be another shallow entry. Oh, the punch there from Scrimgeour might leave them a little bit exposed. It's now about 20 out. Well done by Houston. Gets the ball outside, forward 50, and a good kick there to McKenzie. Good lead up. He's at half-back, decides to go short.
Not afraid to come inside on that 45 degrees either to Mackenzie Bauer. So Bauer stays inside, gives it across to Houston. Looks this way, that way. Gee, dangerous kick. Just gets over the top. That'll do. So they're just weaving the ball through the middle of the ground. That was through Morris to Nye. Nye started to come into it, or couldn't quite. Up and down. Doesn't need support. Beautiful left foot kick. And Payneham Norwood Union through Max Wagner. Broadview haven't touched the ball in about 7 possessions here. This time they go high, push out, another grab. So could we see a coast to coast with about 8 possessions in it? Gee, nice kick in Wagner. Or over the top. Is that a push play? Or calls the umpire. Chol Anyang comes inside to go outside. Makes sense of that. Gets it across to Wilson on the wing. Oh, punch back. That was intelligent play to the team advantage. Bauer. Gee, I tell you what, he's really put himself in the last 5 minutes. On the ground now. A little bit of slow motion now. Number 23, Code Wilson, comes in over the top. And we'll get a ball up on that far side, Vincent. Look at that crowd there, just magnificent. Payneham Norwood Union Oval, bathed in sunshine.
It's a couple of shadows just in front of us here on this side of the ground, but that ball's going nowhere.
Looks like it could be the young lads coming out at half time as well. So big day down here, Payneham Norwood Union, and they're on fire as we speak.
So it comes in, string of handballs to the hyphen, Crawford, Sanderson, and they're going to end up getting a free kick out of that. So it will be Tay, Crawford, Sanderson. So Decides to give it off. Bauer's going to go long. Bauer's going to go strong. Bauer just to the left-hand side.
Get him off, they call. Missing shots. No, they've kicked, 4-1 each quarter so far now.
Yeah.
And let's see what they do. They haven't had to do much with the kick-ins, Broadview. So they elect to go out the far side. It's a high long kick. Carlson. Oh, is he tunnelled? No, he's not. PJ Carlin. So it'll be another inside 50 and well cut off here. Oh, he did elect to play on and he's done it. He's put himself under pressure. Goes wide and it's to no one. Division 1 football, you can't afford to do that and think you're going to get away with it. And a bit of pressure on the Broadview player.
Yeah, it was Hart Kelly there. Actually, intelligent play. He just got a hand on it and coerced it over the boundary line. So it will be a throw in. Who's got front spot? Front spot. Good punch down to O'Leary. His handball looking for Hill. Hill's done well there. Now gets the ball into the forward line. Good little kick. And Caleb Jones has got it. Gives it off. Good running by Hill. Oh, might have caught one in the back. He is. Is that going to be back where the infringement was?
Good running by Hill. This is what he can do. He can really impact the game when he gets going. He's what you call an igniter, Vince. He really gets going.
Yeah, he's having an excellent game, Tyron Hill. He just needs a few of his teammates to lift. So a few leads being made. He's not sure where he's going to go. Now he decides to go towards Hames. Gets it on the bounce. Can't quite do it. Tackle's applied. Good tackle applied there by Scrimgeour. That's going nowhere.
That kick, he actually worked on getting Hames. He kicked it to make Hames run towards that ball.
Yep.
So very clever play by Hill as that ball just bobbles around. Out they come through Samuel Morris. Going to be close to the boundary line here. And
stays in.
Bounces back in. It's Paynham's day for sure. Big, strong tackle by Theo Durakopoulos. Apologies there, Theo. And ball up in front of a bit of scaffolding in the background there. House being built. And, another ball up in the same spot. We haven't seen too many where the ball up's been twice in the one spot. Carlin goes up now. He's copped one in the head too from Nicholas Kelly. I don't think it was intentional. He comes around the other side, so he's indicating he's got a favourite side. He wants to push and then just backhands that ball, gets it towards Sparkle for PNU. Gee, they all miss it. I reckon the Sunmate have played havoc. Around it comes, diagonal 45 degrees, dangerous kick. They ask a lot of O'Leary, but he just can't get it done in the first occasion. On the second one he does. Identical, because Payneham have cut it off again.
They have. Scrimgeour decides to go out to the far side. Short kick now goes outside 50 there to Wagner. That's Max Wagner.
Oh.
Has to go again. This time gets a little bit of a scrubber kick up towards centre wing. Goal gets a shocking bounce there, but applying the tackle. Broadview now an opportunity to go forward. They just need a little bit of a kind bounce here. They're just shuffling forward. Haynes, or just surely didn't have it. There was that Manning.
It's got a little bit scrappy, hasn't it? But
it has.
They come out on top of you, Broadview.
Just get the ball in. It's going to a one-on-one. Can he take the mark here? Can't do it quite, Ralph. It's punched from behind. Now the cavalry applies, and it's been kicked through by Haynes.
The umpire called something.
The umpire's
here.
already called a free kick, so that won't be a score.
It's all going Paynham's way, isn't it?
It is. Houston gets it. Quickly goes over the top. He's got the ball there. Wagner tackled, and umpire, no chance to get rid of that one. Umpire, in he comes, but dangerous position here for Broadview.
So again, ball up in the forward line here. Oh, little bit of a tap in the back, taking the ground again. So just as I come on, here we go. We get the two ball ups in a row. You can see how close to goal it is here for Broadview. What have they got going around the outside of the pack? Probably need someone, Tyron Hill, to dart through on the inside. That's about the spot to be, but have a look at the traffic that's in there. Hill applies the tackle. Look at that ground ball. It's the rolling maul, as we call it. State of origin was Wednesday night, and, another ball up here. Big Jackson Hames there. He's going to put his body in, gets a left-handed tap, and then applies the tackle. That's good to see. Caleb Jones helping out. He's facing the wrong way now, is Jackson Hames, away from the goal, so turns on the left hand. Hill, that's, Cobe Wilson in the blue boots. Ball to ground. So it's yet another ball up, Vince. I'm going to call 3 ball ups in a row. Gee, a long running jump, that time by the Broadview player. One-handed fend off and a kick down the wing. 2-on-1. Flying for it, Langley, which I don't mind seeing. A bit of trouble here, Flanagan. Comes out the back. PNU, they're good enough to get out of trouble. That's a swinging kick that's going to bounce. There's a bit of holding on there. None is going to come through. He's going to watch the bounce. Look at him scouting that ball. Anyway, Langley on the ground, just drops it like a hot potato. In hard was Jackson Wilson. And, well, we get about the 6 ball up in a row, Vince.
Yes, it's moved out to centre wing, though. So they were the most forward players, those two, Viney and Anyang, when they were involved in that contest. And I want forward of that. All flying high. Houston gets it on the second attempt after the bounce. The kick from Scrimgeour. Get under that one, they do. Giannini, and it's just handled over the boundary line.
20 minutes in.
Umpire's going to come in, so we're in the time on here, and it's just one-way traffic. It's been 4 goals each quarter to Payneham.
Mackenzie off and Morris just come on. So everyone's manned up here, Vince, which is good to see.
One-on-ones. Here's the 2 ruckmen. Carlin gets it down. Good tap. Through to Beard. Beard's kick inside forward 50. They need a mark. One goes at it. Ralph couldn't quite take it. Good score from behind. Handball comes out there. It's looking for Haynes. Haynes under pressure from Hams.
Look at him run too, Payneham.
And he's actually given away the free kick. So a little bit lucky there. Haynes goes laterally wide. Another short kick. Goes out towards the half-back flank. So Payneham.
Brad McKenzie just shuffled on here to the left with no one on him. Big, well, that's in there. PJ Carlin is in the centre of the ground trying to read off. Probably not the first kick, but the next one. So Payneham now load up. And we saw this before where they just dissected the opposition, got the ball forward. That ball hasn't come off very good at all. And yes, go down to your boot immediately as Hayne it is. Kicks that ball in, Hames, over the back this time. And they've had trouble with their forward entries. They've bombed it in, and it's come straight back out. This time a mark. And is that Byrne again?
I think it's Joshua Byrne. We'll just wait till he turns around.
Got the knee bandage on, the Jack Dyer. Well, once again, Vince, they've turned the opposite way. No respect for the commentators at all. And it looks like Byrne, possibly, wanders in. It is, number 8. This time, they finally get that one on the board they've been looking for. And that is the first goal to Broadview. And you can tell by the lack of celebration and support there around the ground that they've got a bit of work to do ahead of them. They 6 scoring shots to 10. So if you look at that on its own, and probably the second half of this quarter they've had a bit more of the ball, but they're doing the hard yards, Vince, to try and get a score.
Yeah, it's been hard work. But at least they're finally on the board. So ball comes back into the middle. Looks like Wagner's gone into the ruck. He has. And he'll be up against Jackson Hames. So up it goes. Wagner gets it down, went looking for none, but just got the bounce just in front of him. The 2 ruckmen are at it again. Hames does the tackle. Wagner does get it out. Hames back in there again. Good second and third efforts. Off the ground. Ball couldn't come. It's going to end up here with Giannini. Gets the handball. Does well. Over to Sam Morris. Sam Morris, another darting kick. Where's the forward? No, it's going to be chopped off. So well done by Langley. Langley goes towards the middle of the ground. And umpire's called the push. So you'll have to give that back, Matt Knight. O'Leary screaming for it out wide. Doesn't go that far. Goes to Carlin. Goes over everyone's head. First one back will be Catalano. Catalano looks inside. Oh, he's missed his target. Could be turned over. It is turned over. High kick here from Costa. Carlin, 2 hands at it. Couldn't quite take it. Good buttering up there by Caleb Jones. Well, that ball might have gone out. Well, I think it's umpire might have picked out a free kick, actually. No, he has, yes.
Yeah, Payneham.
Going to be a free kick here to Scrimgeour. Scrimgeour having a good second quarter in defence, Tony.
And they're asking a lot of PJ Carlin, aren't they? He's had to fly for a couple of marks, so he doesn't actually get off the ground, but tries to take it at its highest point. Up it goes. That's a great grab by Wagner. He's really come into his own this quarter.
Yep.
Gets on the left, long raking kick. Payneham have been very impressive. Number 23, Bauer. Big high kick in, and why wouldn't you? Because they've got the players there. 1-2. Just dodges fresh air. Then gets around. Oh, a little bit of a round the corner kick, but well done by Jackson Wilson. Just, sorry, that's Grant Catalano.
Yep.
Nursed that ball in. And, well, my dad always used to say turn around in case there's someone to give the ball to, and you've got to look at the goals, but Kristanzik is close enough. He is on, it's an interesting angle here. There's no wind. Normally on a day where the wind's going a little bit to the left, you can put it up a little bit and it'll blow in, but he actually has to kick this dead straight as he runs in, and that's what can happen. He's just sprayed it out. It's not an easy kick, Vince, even for a right footer. And another blemish there, so they go to 8 goal 3, 51, 1 goal 5, 11, 40-point lead on the Kieran Hyoketsu scoreboard. Hello, yes.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be Broadview to bring the ball back in. They're going to the far side. There's a punch from behind. It's going to end up here with Morris. Morris feeds off the handball. Tackle's going to be applied, going absolutely nowhere there. Good tackle there by Will Scadden, I think it was.
Interesting, Vince. Payneham kicked 4 goals, 1 in that first 15 minutes. Then Broadview got a few of those entries down into their forward line, but they just keep bombing away. They've had to work so hard to kick the 1 goal. And now Payneham have just turned the Jets back on and said, well, let's take it back the other way again.
And umpires picked out a free kick.
A bit of to and froing now.
Yep. So
they need spread and run here. Players run early, not much.
So half-time, there it is. 4 goals in each quarter to Payneham, sees them comfortably in front here at Payneham Oval. 8-3-51 it is. Broadview finally registered their first major at the 22nd minute mark of that quarter. They're 1-5-11, but it's a 40-point margin here. And Payneham are certainly on track to record their first victory of the year. So we'll be back shortly for the second half to see if they do indeed go on and record their first victory after a few messages here from our broadcast partners.
Welcome back to beautiful Payneham Oval, and well, they're up on the scoreboard, Payneham, and they're up and about in the rooms, Vince. Magnificent. Thank you to everyone down here at Payneham for the afternoon tea at half time. They've got their reunion in there, and magnificent crowd. And Vince, you've got some scores.
Got a couple other scores. Glenunga 9-5-59 leading Golden Grove 4-1-21. Port District playing at Park 9 7-8 50 leading their hosts Prince Alfred 3-3-21. 7-point margin at Campbelltown. Ross Trevor in front of Sacred Heart.
Wow.
30-23, and St Peter's 7-4 at Salisbury, leading Salisbury North 3-8-26. Tony.
All right, well, 51 plays 11 down here, and Payneham way out in front with, well, Harrison Viney kicking the 4 goals in the first quarter. Didn't see him in the second, but didn't need to. Wagner came in with 2. Mackenzie Bauer 1, Samuel Morris 1, and we get a second ball up, which means the wings will come in. Carlin puts it exactly where he wants it. Nunn tries a soccer kick. Not the first time today that we've seen Payneham, because they've scored a goal out of a soccer kick. Nunn around the corner tries to be neat in the area of Harrison Viney. Made the big fella work outside the 50. He won't like that. Up it goes! I tell you what, flying high and coming down just as hard. Couldn't quite take it. That was Cobe Wilson on the wing. They're inside 50 again. It happens so quickly here for Payneham. Oh, Manning in a bit of trouble. Needs to get it out. Look at that ball bobbling around. Makes it hard. Oh, player was just about to have a kick away. Couldn't get it done, and Tyler McKenzie ends up with a free kick, Vince.
So the kick now goes outside 50, up towards the wing, over the back. First one there, Wagner, Max Wagner. Handball. Is he going to get caught there? Giannini manages to get it away. They've done well. Now the kick comes back inside forward 50. Couldn't quite take the mark there through the hands of Bauer, so it's coming back the other way. Oh, clean bowled. There's Scrimgow, but he's got plenty of backup. Kelly's one goes high. That ball's bouncing away from everyone. Well picked up there by Altamare. Altamare goes in towards the middle. Goes to Houston. Houston measures the kick, and it's a good kick, and it's a good mark. And I tell you, this man, I think he might be looking to
get
the thongs today.
I can tell you, Vince, that's the 5th inside 50. I was about to say they've been inside 50 4 times in a minute and 10. That's the 5th in a minute and a half.
Yep, and
in the third quarter.
Tom Wagner, not much angle to speak of. About 40 metres out onto the left boot. Umpires moving too far. Opening score of the third quarter is a minor score.
Well, we speak about those targets. Look at Carlin out here on his own. The other ruckman's just come to him now. If they put this ball in the air, he's got a bit of work to do. It is going to come, well, it's gone across the half-back, and that's a good set of hands, Langley, to get it into. Really like this player. He's an athletic type. I reckon if they were picking a state team, he'd be one of the players I'd be looking to get in. I really like, and he's moved on here. Carlin's got it now, what we call third play. Langley now drifts across, comes in shorter here to Scadden. Langley's down the ground. Got a good match-up on Matt Nye. He's got him on height. Comes towards the ball. Doesn't get used. And the kids around here are quite noisy. Nice grab here by Caleb Jones, young bloke there, doing some of his good work. So they've gone diagonally, Vince, from one side of the ground to the other. Carlin's stuck out here on the half-back flank, so Payneham will get around him now. Yeah,
so the ball out on the wing. They decide to come inside. Matty Nunn's got it. Feeds the handball off directly. Straight away, Morris. Morris goes for the kick inside 50, all over the back of Viney. 2 on 2. Wagner's got it again. It's bouncing. It's still bouncing. Doesn't quite get there. And cleverly rushed through there by Jai Hart Kelly.
So Carlin's been sitting out here for about 2 or 3 minutes. He's still on his own in the pocket here, but he's so far out of play. They go to Anyang right down the middle. He now goes on the right boot, out that far side. Makes a little bit of hard work for Jackson Wilson. And Vince, you spoke pre-game about skill sets, and we're just seeing a little bit of that with Broadview where they're missing targets. And Payneham, in that last quarter particularly, 5 or 6 possessions where they actually, that's not easy to do 5 or 6 times in a row, but they actually maintain possession, as Carlin's had to work from the other side of the ground to get to this. He'll push Nicholas Kelly here. The umpires will be onto it. Kelly in front. He's a good size, Kelly. Big, tall one.
Nunn did well there.
Once again, 1-2. Handball across. Altamare. They're inside 50 again here. Looks a bit like Craig Kelly in the 23 to Bauer. Good size. And, Manning, the player just pointing as if he's hit the post or been close to it. Oh, coming through, O'Leary. Takes it, gives it off to a player standing still. Lucky to shrug out of it, but gee, I'll tell you what, they've put their teammates in trouble here, and Langley, as good as I talked him up, he just can't get through that. That's a rock of Gibraltar here by Payneham Norwood Union, and Matty Nunn right there. Couldn't quite get it done, so entrance by Payneham.
Yeah, Hewson, high kick, and they take a mark. Double fist from behind, Anyang ends up with it, feeds the handball off. Does well to Wilson. Oh, that handball's been misdirected. Opportunity once again here for Payneham Norwood Union. The kick goes inside 50. It's ball from behind. But they got numbers around again. Matty Nunn, it's just bumbled out of his hands. And Costa gets the ball.
Wow.
Just goes as far as he can. Shock and bounce. So Roberts does well. And again, it's inside forward 50. Can they get a mark this time? Couldn't quite take it there, PJ Carlin. Goes, butters up, goes a second effort and tackled immediately.
It's a big tackle, Vince. It's a strong tackle. He's a big boy, Carlin.
So umpire will come in, about 35 out, directly in front. Dangerous position here again for the Falcons. Up they go. Carlin tries to take it with the one hand. Again, Nunn feeds off the handball. Here's the kick from Morris. It's always was heading right and has ended up going out of bounds, and it'll be a relieving free kick here for Broadview.
So mirror image, this happened in the first quarter, one of the misses that Payneham had. Broadview had it in this pocket, but really they've got Langley down here. He's really pointing left now, he's pointing right to the boundary. They've got Langley and Carlin are both going to fly against each other, are they? Langley, this is what he can do. I love the young lad, he's an athlete, he can play well, moves well. The next kick now comes down the line. Guess what? Kicks towards the opposition ruckman. Is that high? Play on is the call. Gee, I tell you what, the young fella's taken him on here. Matthew Beard couldn't quite get it done. And a little bit of feeling, Max Wagner. You can see the high fives with his teammates there with El Tamaro. So they've got a feeling here, Payneham. They could be on the way to kicking their, singing their song. No one behind the two ruckmen. Look out. Carlin pops it down, can't quite get the second effort. The big number 21, Neil Baum number. Around it comes, inside out, Langley. They're trying to run and carry here through the 50. It's that drop can be very costly from Flanagan, and that could have been a run-on shot at goal. But Vince, when you're doing the forward handballs, another vogue that's come back into footy. I don't know, remember back in the day we weren't allowed a handball forward at some times, but it's come back in vogue. Langley, that's a good matchup actually, him and Kelly. But they're trying to handball their way forward, Broadview, and score a goal with a player ball in hand will have the kick under pressure in that scenario, whereas Payneham Norwood Union, they get a mark up forward, they go back, they steady.
Yeah. So up it goes. They're just, again, they're struggling to get a score. That's a quick kick in. Ralph, oh, gee, that's a good, strong mark.
The barrel
Angus Ralph, yep. Put the big barrel out and, took the contact and... that one buried right in between his lungs.
The one they wanted, he missed one from similar spot in the earlier quarter, Vince.
They just have to convert. It's just been a problem for them all year. Angus Ralph just kicked through the ball. There you go. So they've got their second, and they've actually got the first goal of the third quarter. It's taken 8 minutes.
The thing with Broadview, I do like the games I've seen them this year. If you look at their body, there's players running back to position now. The little 1%ers, they run back to position. They don't put their hands on hips and drop their heads and throw in the towel. They just keep trying, and they're in that position again now. They're 54-17, but they just don't give up. That's what I like about them, Vince, and I don't know what the answer is for Jack Fergus for the rest of the year with them as we're coming into the bye this week. But there's some little things that you can see, but they just can't put those 3 or 4 passages together, can they? Or they're putting players under pressure with handballs or getting free possession.
Kelly
None again.
Down to none. Goes out in towards 50. Viney gets a little bit of a bump off and well left.
How many inside 50s? They'd be up to 14, 15 this quarter already.
Yeah, and it's only 9 minutes in. So Broadview with the last touch kick, and gee, that's Langley. A good mark by Langley.
I keep talking about him, Vince. Geez, he can play.
So Langley. Looking laterally, no. Decides now he's going to go down the line. Does so. Bit of a floater. Ball hits the deck. Flanagan there, trying to get the handball. Now there's an opportunity here. O'Leary's going to go into the forward 50. It's bouncing. Is it going to get through for a behind? No, it's still in play. And then there's a snap. And they have gone too far across again.
So forward entries, Vince, a really big problem for Broadview. If they're needing it to just soccer off the ground, I know anything will do, but a soccer off the ground is a forward entry. You know, it's got to work a little bit better and structure up. They've got the big fella there, Ralph, can take a grab, but besides him, I don't know whether they try Manning up forward, but they need him down back as well. Langley, look, he's everywhere. He's another one that can go up forward, but you just rob so many to get that ball down there. Yeah. So out it is now, Hames, who was up forward. Is it
O'Leary again?
It is O'Leary.
Yeah. Hard running.
Nice little kick. Gets it across. Cobe Wilson in the blue boots. Pops it across. So this is what we're talking about. Those 4 or 5 in a row. Joshua Byrne, he has been good up forward. He's a long way out though. They're going to rely on who? Ralph again up forward. Can't quite. Where are the runners? Up and down very quickly and taking the ground, and that's what happens. Look, the other side of it, Vince, Paynham's defence. I was interested to see what happens inside 50 today, and they've been very good.
Yeah, and that was typified by that tackle there by Haynes. Oh, that's a shot for goal. It might be a quick goal off the ground. I think it is. So they have got 2 in a row for the first time today.
I'll tell you who that is in a minute.
And well done to Broadview.
It's like a young lad. He's just in the pocket there, sort of looking around as if to say, I can't believe I've kicked it. He'll turn around for us in a minute. Just showing his teammates what he did. Is that an 8 or a 6? Might be Will Scadden, is it?
Is that 9? 9, is that Scadden? I think
May
it might
well
be. Yep.
I'll have a look through the knockies, mate. You keep calling. It was a nice goal in the end, wasn't it?
Yep, well done.
Manufactured.
Well done to Broadview, like you said. Not throwing in the towel. They've got the only 2 goals of this, and the margin is 30. So it's closest it's been since early in the second quarter. So handball just a bit too far for Giannini. Chance here for Broadview again. Hill's kick is smothered, picked up there by Broadview. Oh, he's going to be tackled. That could be holding the ball there on McKenzie. It certainly is, and Broadview now with an opportunity. So, been captain courageous today, O'Leary. He'd be leading their best and fairest by 1 million votes already. Goes short. So it's Jaden Ryan. He spotted something up as well. Hill's been very good as well today. All his handballs just dropped. And Payneham running in waves. Here's an opportunity. Is this Altamaro? Yeah, his kick goes in towards forward 50. It's straight to Anyang. Sorry, no, that was Giannini. Straight towards Anyang. And Broadview with a chance to bring it back out. Couple of short kicks playing on straight away.
I think that's Beard. I reckon
well
that was
done.
the one who
well
kicked
done
the goal.
by Beard. Goes up towards Hames. Hames has got a one-on-one here. Houston applies a tackle. Gets the handball out. Manning swinging around. Goes around the corner up to centre-half forward. Or is there pushing the back? I think there might have been.
Bit going on there, Vince.
Oh, an umpire calls no playing on there. And it's actually going to Payneham. And Bauer's got it. Mackenzie Bauer into the middle. Good mark by Wagner. Feeds a handball off straight away. And it's already inside forward 50. Punch from behind. Couldn't take the mark. Was Viney. So now Catalano's got it. And here's a little short kick. Has ended up here with Brad McKenzie. So good transition of play.
I think the difference there, Vince, you see when Broadview go forward, they got 2 smalls flying for it, and go down the other end, you've got people like Viney, McKenzie, Bauer, these kind of players, Wagner, that can all fly for a mark and take a grab.
So, McKenzie, in he comes. Kick has drifted again to the left. So, minor score.
3 points, plays 2 goals, 1 for the quarter. 8-6, 54, 3-6, 24 on the Kieran Hayoketsu scoreboard. Hello, yes, as we see Broadview now, well, Payneham, that's an extra point, 55-24 now, 31 points. It was 21 in the first quarter and 40 at halftime. Just off the instep here, so Scannon has to go. Scannon comes back, yet another inside 50 to PNU. Oh, that's a desperate tackle. That's very well done. Yeah. Very well done by Mackenzie Bauer, and showing some skill there, Vince, not just in the air and with his great kick that he's got, but to be able to tackle.
Yep.
Just the 1%ers and the little things like that by a player of this calibre. Very well done, Mackenzie Bauer. Take the hats off and deserves a goal. That's a desperate tackle. You talk about forward line pressure when the opposition has it coming out. None just trotting on. Surprised he hasn't just trotted past for a handball, but no worries with the distance here. The left footer, right footer,
that's
kicks long and high. That's
kick.
a nice
what
kick,
a good kick that was. That never
Mackenzie
looked
Bauer.
like it was going to miss.
So he straightens Payneham up because that's their first goal. It's taken them, well, 15 minutes into the quarter. No worries just yet for them, but boy, oh boy, you have a look. Mackenzie Bauer standing next to Brad Mackenzie down there. You've got Tom Wagner down there as well. And the other big fella is Harrison Viney. They've got, it's almost a sample setup. The big 4 talls and the 2 runners. Some teams go 3 and 3. Some go 2 talls and 4 smalls. Yep. But they've got the 4 talls down there. And that's a hard matchup. You've got Anyang down there, Jaden Ryan down there. They're the 2 talls, but then it just drops away in height. So none again. Yet another clearance, Vince. We spoke about the clearances. Oh, towering by Manning. That's what he can do. Round the corner here through Altamiro. Don't tell me he's kicked it. Oh, I'll tell you what,
got the worst bounce of the century.
Wait for it. This way, that way. They go backwards to get a forward line shot, believe it or not. And Matthew Altamiro, I don't know whether you can give a goal for not being a goal, but almost. And maybe that's a set play because this looks like it is, yes, Tom Wagner again lining up for goal number 3.
Yep.
I went back about 30 metres to get it to Wagner, so he'll come in for the second of the quarter if he kicks it. Very deliberate. He's going to kick from 35 out. This is the left footer this time. Wanders in. This will go back a long way as well. I'll tell you what, he's offline. He's kicked it so hard. Just offline, so Broadview get to release.
They do. And they've had a few opportunities to release, so the kick comes into Manning. Which way is he going to go? Decides to go to the outer side. Long kick, gets it up towards full, through the hands there of Matt Nye. Luckily, he comes out the back. Houston's got it. Goes in short, bit of a scrubber there, but Haynes does well. So they don't mind feeding off a few handballs. The other kick's going to come out to right in front of our position here. That's a beautiful long lead there by Christian Sick. That's excellent play. And
just walk back straight over.
Straight over, Altamare. Yep, that's going to be a well played. He's picked it up there on the bounce and been escorted over the boundary line. And umpire will come in.
Joy Hart Kelly just picking up Altamare as they come back in.
So Haynes gets it down.
Good running,
good handball. Ends up there with Mackenzie. Tyler Mackenzie, his kicks missed its target, and Jackson Wilson mopped up again. Payneham always seem to have the extra number around the contest. So the high kick comes in. This is the inside. Oh, fly there. What's happened there, Christian Zig?
Went a little bit early, I think.
A little bit early.
Up against Manning. Oh. Sorry, they've dropped the World Cup out there on the far side. Well,
that might be
this way, that way.
O'Leary, is he going to have to get rid of it? Must be.
He's in a bit of trouble. Can't give it off. So O'Leary will give that ball up. And they'll load up again here. I've lost count of how many inside 50s. Grant Catalano, another inside 50.
There's players lining up
in front of the scoreboard here. Calling for it was Wagner. Didn't get used. This isn't an easy kick because he's going to be outside the 50 almost when he kicks it. There he is. The couple of beautiful white cars there. One or two Broadview spectators there just shielding the eyes. And Someone in the background waving. Hi, Mum, I'm on TV. Yes, we can see you. Fantastic. And hope you're enjoying your day out there as we are here. So by the ghost come, I'd say, by the colour of that tree, he leaves the ghost come behind him now and he wanders in on the right foot. Geez, put it up high. Looked like it might have been Morris. Don't tell me. Just touched on the line. It was. And he's celebrating the best point ever kicked on Payneham Norwood Union Oval, Vince, because he was pretty happy about it. Samuel Morris comes in now. He's going to have to stand the mark as Flanagan now releases for Broadview.
So it comes into the middle. Good punch from behind. Made sure that Langley couldn't take it. Now it's gone straight back in. Kick in towards the forward 50. Christian Sink, no, not able to take the mark. Beautiful tackle is applied there by Altamare. Yeah. Umpire says, yes, I agree. And Altamare with the opportunity here to become the 5th goal scorer. And 20 minutes just hitting time on in the 3rd quarter. So 1 goal, 6 they've kicked this quarter. So plenty of opportunity, but inaccurate. So let's see if he straightens that up a little bit.
See the scoreboard in the background, thanks to Kieran Hayaketsu.
Hello, yes.
Left footer,
and he's missed as well. 1 goal, 7 for the quarter. So 64 to 24, it's 40 points, exactly what it was at halftime, except we've had 2 goals, 1 to 1-7. And
they could have opened them up seriously here. Broadview come forward again. Carlin, that's what he can do. Oh, he gives a handball off to the player not looking. Gliding by he was and didn't get used. Let's see, just a bit of misunderstanding there with Jackson Hames. It was quick movement. Carlin, so he'll go back. Hames and Langley there. Hames goes up, so Langley's going to be the on-baller. None it is, extracts it. Nice little kick, that's going to be close to the boundary. Just punched across, that'll do. Good little battle. Jai Hart Kelly up against Matthew Altamare there. And both got similar hairstyles, the two fellas, as they come in. 33, Caleb Jones, of similar ilk, running around there. This is what happens when there's no one behind the ball. Free space to run into. Over the top it goes. One of the best, Langley, I'd say, for Broadview, up and down. Oh, he didn't have possession of that.
One, yeah.
So he will load up now. Vince, take us through this forward entry for them as Carlin just here on the side if he wants him.
So he's probably going to go a bit longer than that. What's he looking at here? Goes towards the half-forward flank, and the mark has been taken by Broadview, so they will repel again, and they're going to be off to the races here. So Catalano does well. Ball on the wing. Short kick comes in. Christensen's got it. He's got a player. This could go over the top here, but it won't go over the top. The mark's been taken by Wagner. They did have Sanzo running back over the top of that contest, but the ball didn't get that far. Wagner put the Dukes up, and he is going to be shooting again for his 3rd.
Talk about targets, Vince, and they've got a lot of them, haven't they? Harrison Videy kicked 4 goals in the 1st quarter.
Yep.
And, he might be playing a decoy for them now. But they're getting them in around that 40 to 45 to 50 out.
Yep.
It's gone back a long way, too.
It's gone back a long way here, Wagner.
There's the old scoreboard in the background.
Over to the new scoreboard. Wagner has gone to the... I reckon he went to the right last time as well, so that is incredibly 1-8.
He's kicked a few points today too. He could be the Arnold Brightest of the drawn grand final, mate.
And he...
kicked about 1 goal 6 or something. Anyway, Broadview now to release, and he's got Costa short. He elects to go over the top. Goes to 2 big ruckman. Good battle, Carlin. Gee, almost brought it to ground. Second effort was good. Gets it out. He did get a handball to it, and remonstrates with the umpire as Sanzo gives the ball back, and Kelly again, yet another player gone down in the forward 50, 2-on-1. Who's crummy? Payneham Norwood Union player tried to get through, dropped it like a hot potato, and Broadview get to clear.
So looks like Hames has got it. Again, it's just there doesn't seem to be a lot. Now the good lead's on by Carling. Oh, they're just a bit of a mix-up. Ends up going through. Morris has got it. Goes back inside forward 50. Here's an opportunity for Viney. Oh, gee, he's hit on the shoulder. And umpire says Viney... Yellow card.
Chol Lanyang.
So, Chol Lanyang and Viney is looking to have his first bit of influence on this game since he was last down this end of the ground.
Yeah, Mackenzie Bauer just giving a bit to Chol Lanyang there as he comes off, but to his credit, straight off. Anyang and, Angus Ralph will come on. Amble's on, as we say. So Harrison Viney, he's kicked all his goals to one end, Vince, in 1 quarter. So lining up for number 5.
Number 5, and can he break this hoodoo of kicking in the 3rd quarter? Oh, that's exactly how you do it. Jeez, he's like kicking to that end of the ground today. And right time in front of the siren. Couldn't have timed it any better. So 2 goals 8 in that quarter to 2 goals 1. So the margin's gone out to 47 after that one. And that makes it 10-11 Payneham Nord Union. Broadview got the 2 goals on the board to go to 3-6-24, but this one is going to register PNU's first win for season 2025. And we'll be back to see them do that. The last stanza is coming after these announcements from our broadcast partners. So welcome back to Payneham Oval here. Round 7 it is of the BTR Excavations Division 1 here. Umpire holds the ball off last quarter. Payneham in control at home, going to register their first victory of the season. Kelly gets it down. Hill gets a hand on it, but none. Still fighting. Overruns it. Goes there to out of Mare. He's tackled. That's not coming out. Umpire will come in. We'll have a secondary stoppage. Start of the last quarter here. 47 points is the margin. Viney has 5. Wagner has 2. So Sparkle coming out of there. We have a third stoppage here. All this happening inside the centre square. Up it goes again. Nunn's going to be the one that gets the kick out. It's going to go towards forward 50. Can they get a mark? Ball hits the deck. First one there, Morris. Tackled. And the stoppage number 4 in the first minute. But the ball has now transversed to just inside.
Couple of young supporters out there taking in the views, and up they fly. The big men fly. Not able to get there is Jackson Hames. Done a lot of running around today. Like just seen Clunk One get the confidence up and going. As Nicholas Kelly, I think he's had the upper hand in the ruck. We mentioned that earlier in the day, but Carlin does fight very hard. He is a competitor, as you can see here. He tends to win a lot of those taps, but it's around the ground. And talking about Hames, that's what I was just mentioning. Be great to see him jag one, and he's done it. Have a look at the mullet, Vince. That is just absolutely sensational, young man. Keep that going. Looks at the footy. Says, I'll put the mouthguard in the sock, but I won't pull the socks up that are already down. So how does that work? So he's going to come back. Tell you what, he's taken a long, long time. Oh, hello. Set, racing this time. Starts on the left foot. He'd want to kick it, comes in. It's a mighty kick too, and set play because it's a mark on the line, or it's a point.
It's a minor score.
A lot of work for not much reward there, Vince, to be honest, by the young man, but he's doing a good job out there. Hopefully that'll get his confidence up as well. And if you've got a routine, stick to it, is what they say.
Yeah, Matty Nunn goes out to the far side of the ground. So, Felix Scrimgow's kick. PJ Carlin in front, paid the mark.
A lot of players up this half of the ground now, Vince. So you see, as I said, either Payneham are squashing them up, or
feeds the handball to Manning. Manning darts the ball in. Can they get someone under it? Oh, couldn't quite take the mark there. That looked like it was Caleb Jones. Ball over in the forward pocket. Hewson goes short, does well. Does that stay in bounds? Though it does not, despite Brad McKenzie taking the mark. He'll have to hand that one over.
Well, I've done well here, Broadview, because I've got Chol Anyang off, so that's another tall in the forward line that's off the ground. But it's down their end of the ground here. Is player up with one hand, sockers it around the corner. That looked like burn again. Another soccer kick out again. 0-all, as we say. And Payneham Norwood Junior, if they get this ball out, there's not many in front of the ball, so they're going to have to run. But it's a Broadview. They're going to get an inside 50 here.
Yeah,
it's going to come back. Caleb Jones, is it?
Yeah, Kelly caught holding the ball. Well, he actually incorrect disposal.
All right, let's have a look at Big Carlin wants the handball on the left of him. So Jones comes to what we call the fat side, looking for Langley, but he attracted a crowd. Gee, having to do a lot of work there and taking the ground. Payneham Norwood Union are hunting this ball. Big crowd, you can see just to the right there. Look at the crowd there. That is fantastic to see down here. Payneham Norwood Union, and another ball up by, well, Andrew Crosby. 2 umpire system today, him and Michael Roman. Up it goes. Langley's going to be the recipient of that. Punches it to the advantage of O'Leary, who's had to try and do a lot of work today. Really, Vince, he took the ball in one hand and tried to protect himself with the other. And Cooper O'Leary tries manfully every week, but They need to get a score here. There's a little bit of tagging just in the background there. 2 players. Theodakopoulos was one of them, as it comes back to Jackson Wilson.
It does say Wilson. Oh, it's a scrubbery kick inside 450, and it's...
No.
Geez, I've actually liked Isaac Houston's game in the back half today.
Good.
It's been really solid. Into the side this week. Goes out wide. So Scrimgeour, he's been good in the back line as well. Wide again. McKenzie pops it up. Can they get onto it? They can. Kicks inside 451 target. Is that Viney? Couldn't quite take it. Oh, might have given away the high tackle there. I think he has. And that'll be Jackson Wilson, I think, with the free kick. Sees Carlin, goes over his head. Off the ground there, Catalano. Now it's with Houston again. Gets the handball out. Sanzo might have got a little bit in the sun there. Gives it out to Sparkle. Sparkle's kick towards the pocket. And well done by Carlin.
That's what Carlin's had to do today. He's get back and try and be that spare in defence. It hasn't happened that often because they've had so many options paying him. But look at what happens. Kicks it back to a 2-on-1. Broadview, quick handball. But again, it comes back towards Carlin again. This time it's just in front of his feet. And he'll be in a fortunate spot there to get a ball up. Well done by Hart Kelly to hold that in. Him and Altamaro had a good little battle there. Like for like. Up it goes. Carlin just pushed a little bit there, trying to glide by Payneham. Up and down Carlin. This time goes bang on the boot. It's an inside-out barrel. And that's a very, very good mark to Eli Roberts, who we haven't called much today. To the big ruckman outside.
Scrimgeour takes it off of Kelly in towards the forward 50 and a good mark. That looks like it might be Mackenzie Bauer.
Geez, that's a good mark.
Gee, he's strong in the air, big Mackenzie Bauer.
Yep. Good grab, wasn't it?
Yep.
It's what you want, though. You get that ball down in the forward line. That's what the top teams do. Get the ball down in the forward line and you want to score. That was the notes we had pre-game. What happens at 50? Does it come straight back out again or do you get a finish? Well, they're going to get some kind of finish here.
So, Bauer, 45-degree angle, going to be kicking from around about 30 metres. Goes across the face. They have left their kicking boots in the change rooms at half-time.
That 8-3 at half-time. They've now kicked 10-13.
They have.
So they've kicked 2 goals, 10 in the second half. That could be the story of the day if they're not really after percentage this time of the year.
Yeah, they'll take the 2 points, but geez, they could have actually really buried Broadview today. Nunn went a little bit early as he was undersized against Langley, and Langley feeds it off. Good handball. Oh, one arm, need 2 arms there. Angus Ralph just went under the ball. They go laterally across the other side.
So they've run on here, Broadview, thinking that they're going to get the ball here. O'Leary's run into the pocket. So big Ralph's out there as well, and they just can't get it. They
can't get it down there. It's going to come back the other way. The left foot kicks a good one and a good mark taken by Matty Nye.
Sanzo over here.
So Sanzo, yep. He'll come across to guard the space. It's not going to go that far. He's going to go the other way. And Felix Scrimgeour.
Talking about sacrificial running there, mate. Cooper O'Leary's come down to take Sanzo. He's absolutely spent. He ran from the goal square down to the wing here, and a lot of people won't see that at home or when they're watching this back. But, gee, hats off to Cooper O'Leary's work rate there, and he's running in front of Sanzo here as they go forward here, Payneham. That's a great kick. Just off hands here, down that end. There seems to be a few more rushed to the left side and a few more just misses to the right-hand side as Payneham again. Another point.
Oh, gee, the ball's been handed over straight to Brad McKenzie from the kick out. And that is as big a gift that you'll see outside of Christmas.
Now, Vince, there's nothing wrong with that. If you've ever played fullback, as one has, that can happen. That can happen.
Brad McKenzie just said thank you very much from that kick out.
Well, if I was the Payneham coach, I'd get him off because what are you doing? You're supposed to be standing the mark, not taking marks off the kick in. But anyway, that's in jest. But look, it can happen when you're down on form. And I talked about Broadview not giving up, but just watch for the body language. That can be a bit dejecting. Good to see James Langley in the middle again. I guess the question here for Payneham is, can they get a few in a row? Really only that first quarter and the second quarter they kicked those 3 in a row.
They kicked the first 8, and since then it's been 3 apiece. So ball comes out here, O'Leary couldn't quite grab it. Sanzo gets the little dinky handball. They go across. All clean bowl's going to give the opportunity here to Catalano. Pick it up, son. He does. Darts the ball up. Bounces in front of, might have been Viney there. Now there's an opportunity.
Wow.
Look at that for a leg. That is just an unbelievable kick. Was that Wagner?
Gee whiz.
That went an absolute mile, but just again off to the left.
It was Wagner. He just stood there. Now, I'd be getting a different person doing the kick in and kick the bloody crap out of it.
He has done it this time.
He does, and the crowd loves it, so it'll be 2 kicks back. Up they go, Langley. He's got a battle on the ground here. Gets after it. Just fumbled across by
what's the umpire going to call there?
But
Kelly's kicked that with out there, and he's got away with it.
Yeah, so Langley and PJ Carlin, both in the area. Carlin it is. That ball just dropped short. It's a big punch towards the boundary. Is that O'Leary? No,
it is.
It is.
Oh.
Yep. Gee, I tell you what, he could have.
But
got a boot on it. But if there's nothing down the ground,
yeah.
So they're all covered down here. If we look to the right of screen, just waiting to come on is Costanzig as well, and Sanzo just to the right of this pack, all on his own. He could glide by, or he could just stay where he is. That big punch comes in. It's going to go out again. So they set up again. Just watch for Sanzo at the back of this pack. He's about 10 metres off. So just walking on is Costanzig. So they've got a couple of frees here. 2 players free for Payneham in this pack. As Carlin just goes a flick over the back. Langley, left-handed handball out to the runner in space. Quickly gets it on to boot. Up and down on the spot, coming through. Scrimger. Broadview now, inside 50, leading out. Ralph can't quite, brings it to ground. Flanagan, good take, but it's that skill again. Oh, and bang. If the first one doesn't get you, the second one will, and that'll be a free kick.
Called high, though.
That looks like it's Hart Kelly, is it? Or is it... no, it's Caleb Jones. So, fortunate there in the blue boots. Now, I did see him kick earlier, Vince, from just outside 50.
Yeah.
Struggled to make the distance to the leading player, so I'm not quite sure whether he's got the journey here.
Well, again, don't put this 2 metres out and allow it to be punched through. If you haven't got the journey, put it to the top of the square.
So in he comes, Caleb Jones.
If he's got the distance and he makes the distance, then good on him.
The lead comes, he runs around to the right. This is what I talked about. So he's put it high but hasn't made the distance. And I think the other teammates need to be aware of this. And where were the 2 or 3 leads? Where was the sacrificial lead? Where was the space being made? The lad can't make the distance. Run around for him. Get some sacrificial acts. Get a second or third lead maybe. Easy to say sitting here, but there's a couple of options that you can do. Not everyone can kick that way. Out of the pack, a hack kick forward. Jackson Hames. And another point on the board. So 1 goal, 3 plays, 2 points for the quarter, Vince. We're winding around to 13 minutes, 20 seconds in on the Kieran Hayoketsu scoreboard. Hello, yes.
Hello, yes. Out comes the ball, out to Sparkle. Sparkle turns and he's off to the races. All the ball goes through the hands there. Might have been Manning. Handball from Bauer. He's going to be intercepted. It looks like it's Manning again. His handball manages to come out, but that's not going anywhere. It's a little bit scrappy. Oh. And eventually the ball's going to come out to O'Leary. So they got out of trouble well there. Hill running hard. Takes the mark.
Nice grab.
Yep. Been good today, Hill. Been solid for all 4 quarters.
Have a look at the work rate again of O'Leary.
So, one hand up there. That was, Eli Roberts. Now that barrel goes back into the middle. No one can take it. On the bounce there. Crawford Sanderson.
None.
Now none. Feeds it off. Here's McKenzie. He feeds it off. Here's Viney. Can he get it? Eventually he does. Who's he going to look for? Spots something over the other side. And, just can't quite get there. Was that Bauer? Couldn't quite get there.
I think the heartening thing for Jeremy Cheney today, Vince, is you watch just little patterns of play like that and you can see what they're actually capable of, Payneham.
Yeah.
I know last year we did the interview with him and he said we're not just here to make up numbers, we're here to compete. And, they haven't had the best of years this year at this point, but maybe this is a starting point for them. They've only got Glenunga, who are in 8th position above them, but they've kicked 341, so this score here will boost them up a little bit. And they can go away and look at how they performed today and say, gee, hang on a minute, we can upset a few. And maybe, you can shape the 5 with a good game plan and a good team. That's well turned there by Theo.
Oh, Theodorakopoulos caught there by O'Leary.
Gee, that work rate, I'll talk about O'Leary, mate. He's been sensational.
He's just, get the GPS on him. I reckon he's done a half marathon. And that's a good grab as well. Is it Burling's Burn there?
I think it is. He's been lively up forward. I've liked him today.
He's tried hard.
Joshua Byrne, he's going to kick outside 50. So this is their forward entry that we talk about.
Oh,
that's
spots it
better.
up. Oh, but it's going to go over the top of Langley, and out it comes again. Handball. A lot of play out of the back 50's gone through that man, Hewson. Oh, flying high bow. I can't quite take it. Ball's on the deck. Who's going to pick it up first? Catalano had a go, but was stripped of it. It's back inside forward 50 now.
Another
Punch forward. Tackle's going to be applied. Umpire will come in, says, I'll have it right on the paint.
So that inside 50 again was a bomb to another pack. I know it was under pressure. They tried to sweep that ball forward out there. Both teams, either way, as that ball's bobbling around. Now they go backwards to go forward. Now hit a target, son. And he goes underground and hits Matty Knight on that wing. So he too does a barrel. Manning leads for it. Can he get hold of it? Give it off. Now where's your second effort? So Manning didn't move anywhere. He just stayed where he was and got it back. See, they're standing still. Hart tries to do it all himself and he does. Well done, young man. Joy Hart Kelly. Got a good future ahead of him. Manning. Now he takes off and runs. Takes a bounce. Hits it into the middle. That's a little bit better. It's what you do after you've spent the ball. Manning's run on here. He can use him. He elects to go high and long through Broadview.
Geez, that's a good kick by
Duke's
O'Leary.
come out by Hames, puts the arms out and kicks inside 50.
Yeah, and here comes Ralph. Ralph goes up, got to beat 2. Ball hits the deck. Tackle's applied immediately. Umpire will come in. Lovely kick there from O'Leary to Hames.
That's where you need a Langley to come in and take that big grab and help out a bit.
The 2 12s battle at it, Wagner and Langley. Umpire will come in. I reckon they'll have another go, the 2 12s.
So just looking where PJ Carlin, so it's not actually the press, but he's right in the middle of the ground standing the umpire as we speak. So he is the spare back there.
Oh, Wagner pushes out his opponent, and his opposite number 12 might get the free kick here.
Langley again. Yeah. Oh, I'd have him as best. I know I've raved about him. Him and Cooper O'Leary. But, geez, I like this lad going around. I don't know how old he is or whether he's been out to any sample clubs, but, geez, you can certainly play the games I've seen him play, and he's a good athletic size.
So, James Langley deserves a goal for his efforts today. In he comes. Yeah, kick looks like it's there. It is. So, well done to James Langley. That's a well-deserved goal for him in the last quarter. We played 18 minutes, and that's their first. So we've had 1-3, I think, to 1-2 this quarter.
And Broadview have kicked, it took them to the second quarter to get their first goal. They've kicked 1, 2, and 1. And, Payneham kicked 4, 4, 2, and 1. So it's been a bit slower second half. 2 goals. Well, it was 2 goals 8 to 2 goals 1 in the third quarter, and it's 1 goal 3 to 1 goal 2 in this quarter so far. So they're just dropping away, the teams. Up he goes, big Nicholas Kelly, none, racking up possessions and hits a target as well. Kristanzik, liked him play. Talk about role-playing, Vince, and that's the sort of thing he can do. Puts in dangerous position. Can they get it out of here, Broadview? Little handball across, running a bounce, then puts the kicker under pressure, playing in front. That's a good grab. Well done by Hames. Well, he went to have a look. This is a troublesome kick, 2 on 1, high in the air. Langley can't take it, running backwards just to duck the chutney a bit there. Overcomes the quick little handball. And Broadview stream through, and that is Byrne, I think, with his second. Joshua Byrne. So you talk about the little things. Langley involved in Byrne. Clean hands, kicked it across the body, bang, goal, and, well, they're winning the quarter, Vince.
Yeah, they are winning the quarter, and that's the first multiple goal kicker for them today.
Correct.
In Joshua Byrne. So, well done, not just fighting it out. I know we're in junk time now. Yep. Just entered time on in this last quarter. Margin 43 at the moment.
Langley, Beard and Ralph, the other ones. It was 21, it was 40, it was 47 and 43, as you've said, Vince. So they haven't blown it right out this quarter. They've, as I said, they've competed once again. Their second half, they've kicked 4 goals, 3 in the second half to 3 goals. Well, 3 goals a lot, 3 goals 11.
Yeah. So
on them,
up it goes again, Kelly.
Where to?
Unopposed that time by PJ Carlin. Umpire will come in.
If you look at him being a right-hander, if he hits that right-hand side, he's hitting towards none now. Well, it doesn't have to. He goes and gets his own ball. So overanalyse it and under-delivered. Out it comes. As long as there's no injuries now, player gets around Hill very well on the left boot. Just a forward entry, none. This way, that way. Turns them inside out. Goes to the outside. But this is a good skill set. See a little kick in there. Oh, protecting the ball drop. It's going to get a free kick here.
Oh,
so that was El Tamaro kicking that in. And this looks like, is it Wagner again? May well be. I think it is Wagner. So this is the left footer, mate. He tends to really bang that ball home. So not the easiest of kick for him.
We might try the check side here.
Will he go on the right? Yeah, you're right, Vince. He never in doubt. And I think that was his dad or someone yelling out because there was only one person. But he's got his third, and we spoke about the recipient of the magnificent Archie Stones.
Oh, they are magnificent,
Vince,
those Archie.
and he may well be it, along with the voucher. Is it from the Bartley today?
It might be TDG, maybe. Well, I had TDG last week, so...
No, I think they've finished. Anyway, we'll find out.
We'll find that out.
The punters in a minute.
Ball's in the middle while you do that. Broadview have their second of the quarter. Kelly roves his own, then gets his kick going as well. Well done. Ball bounces. Nice little pick up. A string of handballs ends up there with Giannini, breaks the tackle, goes long. Is there going to be someone there to mark it? There's a couple there racing at it. Manning, is it? He can't quite pick it up. Oh, it's going to be Bauer there. He's gone high. He's gone high.
Tell you what.
He's kicked the goal.
Touched.
No, it's touched. On the line.
Well done by Jai Hart Kelly. And Manning it is. We'll take the kick in. Where's he going to go? He elects to come straight down the common cuts.
Well done.
And gives it straight to Flanagan. Flanagan wheels around. It's a low penetrating kick as well. Gets it out the hill on the left hand. Inside. O'Leary. Flanagan gets it back. 1-2. They don't want to hit the ground. That's better skills now. And gives it straight back to...
The kick was poor.
Max Wagner.
Yep.
Wagner now, on that half-back flank, comes forward, not quite the barrel. It's going to bounce though. Cole Anyang back on the ground. This is the trouble. Those handballs have to hit. Made it hard for Manning. 2-on-1. Oh, as that player swung around 3-4. Yeah. And it will be a free kick to Payneham.
Against Chris Danzig. So, Broadview now. They've been called to play. Onside to come out looking for Haynes. It's Haynes at 2:17. Haynes and none. Theodorakopoulos comes in, picks up the crumbs, tackled by Haynes.
The Bartley is our best player voucher.
Bartley.
The Bartley.
That's right.
Down at...
Bartley Terrace.
Yes, West Lakes.
Well done. Theodorakopoulos, kick smothered. 21 there, being tackled is Sanzo. So he'll hand the ball back. Third stoppage here just in this little area. Up it goes again. Kelly goes over the top. Quick kick around the corner is from Giannini. One-on-one there. Manning comes in, gets it across Hart Kelly, and Yang back on the ground, spills it. Now he's in trouble. Just manages to get his foot to it. There's a high kick. Get under that one. Who's going to? Kelly's the tallest, gets a hand on it. Ball is stolen by Tyler McKenzie, goes inside forward 50. That's better.
Good jukes there. Caleb Jones now steps
well done,
back.
Jones. Got to hit a target. Instead, he kicks into the man on the mark, but Haynes is the first one there, and he's gone. Can't beat the second tackle.
So, Payneham Norwood Union once again will release. Remember, our Coach of the Week is sponsored by Farmers Leap Winery at Pathaway. As this kick goes out, Isaac Hewson, wow, all on his own now. Payneham player, this way, that way. Sparkle, down that flank. Shadows along. It's going to go out. No, it's not. Morris keeps it in. And getting to it, Jaden Ryan, Deputy Vice Captain, goes backwards a long, long way. Manning runs through the goal square. He doesn't run through the goal square. He runs into a trouble there. Tay Crawford Sanderson and poor old Ben Manning. Well, he went to take off. They squared the ball up. He ran through the square and got outside the square, Vince. And once he got outside the square, he was in a whole world of trouble as number 8 is Ty Crawford Sanderson lining up for his first. He can't run around. The kids are all on the mark as well. Runs in and just offline. 1 point it is. And 12 goals, 17, 89. Plays 5 goals, 8, which is 38. And that is a 51-point win to Payneham Norwood Union. They led by 21, 40, 47 and 51. And just that final quarter, well, they've kicked 6 points again. 10-11 they had at three-quarter time, and they end up at 12-17. So 29 scoring shots. They had 8 through to half-time.
Yep.
And, they kicked 4 goals, 14 in the second half on a day with no win. So Broadview, they go back to the drawing board. We do get a week off, of course, Vince. A couple of our sponsors to thank. Our goal of the week is brought to you by Born to Build. Our snag of the year, brought to you by Jag Meatworks. The winner receives a tray of their finest meats. I did have a steak from there this week, Vince, and I can tell you, Jag Meatworks, fantastic. Trek, I caught him on the plane going over to Bali, and I'm not sure he's back yet. So thank you to Jag Meatworks. Mark of the week, of course, is brought to you by Born to Build, and we saw a ripper today. Was it Harrison Viney?
It was 19-minute mark of the first quarter. Took a really good mark.
That'll be up on the Footy Show this week. Our Mark of the Year is brought to you by Moonlight Suites at Kimberley Resorts. Winner receives 3 nights accommodation in Broome. See all the winners by going to Filming Footy social media page and watch our weekly Footy Show between the posts. Remember, of course, the High Five e-bikes. You post and like and post, and you might win yourself a bike. Our 5 live streams of Division 1 proudly brought to you by Archie's. Of course, our best on ground today wins the magnificent Archie's thongs and or slides.
Your feet will love you for them.
Sleep in them. Custom by ORTC. High Five e-bikes. Jamal down there doing a great job. Dartfish programs to fit. Well, I can tell you a little bit about that bloke, but we help football clubs and players out there. Classic Clashes, Filming Footy Stats, Kimberley Resorts, Jag Meatworks. Tony Neal joined by Vince Cosmo today. And Vince, well, there is a winner. They get to sing their song for the first time. How'd you see the game?
Yeah, the Falcons totally dominant. 8 goals. They've kicked the first 8 goals of the game, and when you look at the margin, that is the game.
Yes, correct.
So well done to them. They were probably stronger. I mean, when we were always looking at who the better players are, you could always name 2 or 3 more plays each quarter for the Falcons than you could for the Tigers. So, I mean, really with Broadview, Hill, O'Leary and Langley were far ahead of everyone else.
That's it, yep.
A couple others. Hames tried hard, had his moments, but there wasn't a lot else of resistance.
Ben Manning at times. The trouble is, he could be a real swingman. You could use him down back and forward.
Yep.
He does take a good grab, but we didn't see much of that today. Unfortunately, got caught down there in the end, but one blemish we'll allow. But he's a ripper, Ben Manning. PJ Carlin probably.
Yeah, Carlin, a lot around the ground. He tries
yeah,
hard.
uses the body well in the ruck. But I think Kelly, he's a good looker, Nicholas Kelly. So if we look at Broadview, goal scorers, of course, Byrne with 2, Langley 1, Beard with 1, Angus Relf with 1. Come across the Payneham, Vince, take us through your better players and your goal scorers there, because you've got a plethora.
Yeah, that's right. So Viney obviously kicked the first 4 goals of the game, ended up with 5. Wagner with 3, Bauer with 2. All their tall targets up forward all played a role today. Even McKenzie up there as well, got 1 in the last quarter, as well as Morris getting 1 off the ground in the second quarter. We'll go through in number order. I really liked Isaac Houston's game. In defence, they played through him a lot, and he provided a lot of rebound 50.
You're talking about role players?
Yep.
These players played their roles.
Absolutely. You could go through just about everyone. We called Giannini and Altamare and Catalano quite a bit. Sam Morris kicked a good goal in the second quarter and was lively up forward. Matt Nye a bit quiet for his standards, but still a little bit. Crawford Sanderson again, just playing a role. Kelly was excellent in ruck. Tom Wagner, almost BOG for me, I'd have to say.
Yeah, I think so.
Scrimgour again coming out of half back and out of the back line. Really, really solid game. Matty Nunn was good, but his standard is so high. Sparkle provided a lot of run, especially on the far side of the ground. Max Wagner was good in defence. Sanzo had his moment. Christian Zig provided another option for them up forward. McKenzie was good. Videy was good.
Really McKenzie Bauer really liked
That's
him.
right. And Bauer, they were all good up forward. The 3 tools there.
Go on, Theo.
Theo Dorokopoulos
Played his role.
He did come on, and we called him a bit in that last quarter, Theo Dorokopoulos, and we just about went through everyone. They just had a lot of contributors today, and so that was a good team effort from the Falcons and a well-deserved, comfortable victory.
All right, Vince, so a week off next week or the week after. Prince Alfred play Payneham Norwood Union at Prince Alfred. St Peter's play Sacred Heart. Salisbury North, Port District, Broadview, Glenunga, Rocks play Golden Grove. So
Spock and Shock, that's going to be an absolute blinder there at Caterer Oval.
All right, who do you reckon our BOG...
Yeah, well, I think it is Wagner. Look, we gave it to Viney at quarter time, but he sort of drifted out of the game. He'd set such a high standard in that first quarter. Wagner ended up with 3 of his own, but his work, even at times in the ruck up forward, he provides, takes a good pack mark, and he's another one who definitely will probably be leading their best and fairest this year.
All right, well, there we have it. Payneham, big winners by 51. There'll be big celebrations at the 30-year celebrations here tonight. So well done to them, to you, Vince. Thank you. Always a pleasure, mate. Love working with you. Huge thanks to our match day clubs and officials. We had some little bite to eat at half time.
Yep.
Our sponsors, our camera and production crew. Harry,
well done,
outstanding today. Had a few little difficulties getting here, but mate, outstanding today. Cannot thank you enough for your assistance. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the week off.
Enjoy the week off.
See you in 2 weeks. Over and out from Payneham Norwood Union.